How's it going, guys? It's Popular Paxton here, and today I'm going to give a couple of small updates as well as show you guys some of the new items that have made it into my Winneroy collection recently. So here is just like a small, not necessarily a layout, but like a small track setup showing most of the things I've gotten. The engines and most of the rolling stock here are old items I already have. There's just a few pieces of new rolling stock, no new engines or anything. So the new items I've gotten, some come from eBay, some came from a train show I went to over the weekend. But anyways, the eBay items, first off, we have this lift bridge here. So yeah, this is the lift bridge. I wouldn't say it was too challenging, but one of the challenging things about wanting to get a lift bridge is that if you want it to be completed, a complete piece, you're going to want to make sure that it comes with the two stop sign gates here, as well as this little piece of the roof here. This piece is actually removable. I learned that from watching an unboxing video from Thomas Winneroy, where he unboxed a new box lift bridge like this one. It's not going to matter too much if you don't get the ascending tracks, but to me what matters most is making sure it comes with the roof piece and the stop signs too. But anyways, the lift bridge is one of the new items I've gotten recently. Another new item I got recently was the Navert covered bridge. Now this is not new in box, I'll just say that. Even though it's in the box right now, I got this from Thomas Winneroy's eBay page. And I do believe, from what I remember, that he got this with a bunch of other stuff from, like, I think Facebook Marketplace. There was like a bunch of stuff. Some had it was like used stuff. Some of the items still had their boxes. So he put the Navert covered bridge that was included back in its box and put it up for sale on his eBay page, so I went ahead and bought it. So yeah, this is not like a brand new in-box item, so like it's not gonna have like tape or anything to keep the box shut. It's not gonna have like cardboard and stuff inside the box to keep everything in place. I'm pretty sure it's not. I have not opened this box since I received it in the mail because I wanted to like film a video about it. Another item that I bought off eBay recently was a Captain the lifeboat. This version of Captain had water waves on him, which is the version that comes with his shed, his Captain shed destination. That Captain is in that bin right there because, well, for one thing, I more prefer to use the Captain that doesn't have water on him. But I also realized something when that Captain arrived in the mail. I'm just pulling out this Captain for a second because I don't want to like go over and open up that container right now. But anyways, what I realized about the Captain that had the water waves on him when I got it in the mail was that this part right here that my finger is on, the little lamp thing on top of Captain, it was actually broken. There was like a little hole in the top of him. I never actually paid close attention to that. I never thought about this part or anything. I mean, I guess it was a little while since I looked at a Captain Winneroy model properly. But yeah, when I realized that the lamp was broken, I was like, well, I just wasted a few bucks. It wasn't a few bucks. It was somewhere in the early double digits. I mean, yeah. So I'm probably going to try to see if I can get a new water wave Captain that has this piece in place. Yeah. But anyways. And then the last thing from eBay that I got recently was this Crosby coal loader, which came with this piece as well as these two T-switches and then the switch tracks and these tiny male adapters that are only like an inch long, I believe. But yeah, and then it came with all these other tracks, except for a few, which I'll go over in a second. So this Crosby coal hopper loader thing, it can remind you of the season 6 episode Middle Engine, where the coal trucks are pushed onto this loader's ramp thing, and they're raised up into the air, and then they tip and dump their coal into like a bunker or bin at the top or something. So anyways, yeah, so the coal hopper and the tracks also came with this cargo car with the piece of coal included, as well as this Day Out with Thomas, let me see here, 2006 Come Ride the Rails Tour coal car. So I was pretty surprised at the inclusion of this coal car here. So yeah, you use your finger to lift this part, it raises the cargo car, and then when it reaches the top here, it makes it tip. But you're gonna have to kind of give a little oomph into it if you want to get the coal to dump out and into the other car wing down below. So I'm gonna try to get this at a good enough angle so you can see it happen. So let's see if I can do this. Whoops, missed the coal car. Let's try that again. Yeah, this yellow part where the track that lifts up, you're not really going to be able to fit. I mean, you can kind of, but basically you're not going to fit like a 4-wheel engine like Logan here on it. And then a 6-wheel engine like Ryan. I do believe I was giving a little test, but I think it should be able to. I don't know if I actually did any 6-wheel trains, but like a 4-wheel train will fit on it and all that. But anyways, let's just try loading the coal again. So let me try to get it at a good enough angle. Yeah, if you don't push it hard enough, it's not gonna like get the coal to dump. Almost. I'll just stop right there, because I don't want to keep trying several times. But anyways, that's all the stuff that came from eBay. And then the things I got from a train show recently include the All Aboard Station, which says Elsbridge Station. So this is one of 3 versions of Elsbridge that was available in the Wooden Railway. There's the Elsbridge Station building, which didn't have any track. There was the Elsbridge platform, and then there's this version of Elsbridge, which has a track that runs through the middle of it. So if any of you don't know this destination too well or anything, it's got some details like a map of Sodor on this bulletin board, as well as a bike with a present on the seat. And then it's got the same decals on this side. Here's the back of the station with a little ticket window. And then here's the front. And then when you press these buttons on the top here, so your top and hat will pop out either these shutter doors or these 2 doors down here. It also makes, he also talks and stuff, but I took out the batteries because I didn't need them. So here's the top and hat holding a megaphone. On this door, he's like waving or something. And on this door, he's like opening the shutters, and it kind of looks like he hasn't quite gotten in his suit yet, like he's just waking up or something. So that's the All Aboard Station right there. Another thing I got was another gray troublesome truck, this one right here. The wheel says 1999. And so I now have 6 of these gray troublesome trucks. For a while I had 5. And then the rest of the items I got were track pieces. So those track pieces included these flexi curved tracks, which can either work as straight pieces or they can turn a little. to make a curved track, depending on if you're trying to make a certain angle, make the track turn at a certain angle or something. They are not gonna exactly make the same kind of curve as like one of these tracks, like, because, well, I'm trying to get the track straightened. So when the track is straight into like this, so you can see that it does not exactly make the exact right curve as this switch curve part does. So that's kind of a bit of a drawback, but you know what, I don't really care. I've always wanted to have some tracks like these, so I bought 2 of them. I also bought this piece of track right here. This is an a track, so like you can take the ends of the track and flip them to have like male adapter pointers on both sides, or flip them like this and have holes on both sides of the track and stuff like that. So this is like a 4-inch piece. I've had a 6-inch piece for quite a long time. And so yeah, and then the last piece of track was actually this set of buffers here. So you may be thinking, I mean, you can never have too many buffers, but this is actually a special set of buffers. So if you look at the bottom part here with this hole, it looks different than like, there's kind of a bit of shadow there, but it looks different, a little different than how a normal hole on the end of the track looks. So basically this buffer is meant to be pushed away when something hits it rather than staying in place. So this set of buffers came for like 2 different things. The first one was a small Thomas Comes to Breakfast pack, which had these buffers, a piece of wooden fence, and a small building. The other thing was a Percy Takes the Plunge set, which had Percy, 2 Great Tungsten trucks, a breakdown crane, these buffers, T-switch, I think a building or something, a danger sign, but it was not the same kind of sign that you would see in the Percy Takes the Plunge episode. But yeah, so these buffers will push away when something hits them. So yeah, if I ever want to film something where the buffers are pushed away rather than have to prop up the buffers on the end of the track, these buffers will do the job. Now I'm going to open up this snapper covered bridge from Thomas Wayne Railway, and I'm going to put the bridge in this spot right here between the switch and this track that Boko's on. He's just stranded over here. He needs a bridge to get to Al's bridge. But anyways, I'm going to show you guys the back real quickly. So here is Ben pulling a log car. There's Mike inside the bridge. There's Thomas down below. And I will just show the sides of the box. Nothing interesting on the top, but it shows the bridge again on the bottom. That's pretty interesting. How the older items would show their contents on the bottom too. And this price tag said that it was like $25 wherever this came from when it was first sold in a store or something. But anyways, if I can just get this part open. There we go. So yeah, there's no like cardboard or anything on the inside. Not sure what it would look like if it was like brand new in box. But anyways, let me pull out these risers, the ascending tracks. Here's the other riser, and then here's and just a little piece of plastic trash. I'll just put it back in the box for now. So here's the Nabbard covered tunnel bridge. I mean, it's a bridge. It can be put on risers like a bridge, but it's also a tunnel. So it's like a covered bridge. There are like 2 versions of this tunnel. One is the one you see right here. The other, I think has Navert removed from the sides, and it's got a blue roof. Actually, I do have that version. I've had it for a long time. Now, if you look at the bottom here, these bottom ends of the tunnel don't reach the end of the track because they need to be placed on the risers, on these parts of the risers. Otherwise, if it was like a single stone tunnel or something, it would kind of slide around on the top of the risers because it's not secured in place. So yeah. Now, I've always thought the Navert covered bridge was interesting because of the risers here. These are different risers than you will usually get with different Thomas Winnebago bridges or sets or stuff. These are pretty different risers. I don't know why these kind of risers were made. It's very odd, very interesting. But anyways, I'm just gonna put the camera down for a second and get the bridge in place here. I'm gonna have to scoot Boko a little further back to get this other ascending track in place. There we go. And now Boko can go up the hill through the tunnel bridge. It's gonna come down and watch out, Thomas! Oops, and looks like Boko's front wheels derailed a bit. Harvey, you're gonna have to help him once you get done with that truck there. Anyways, that's all the new items I've bought recently. So, before I end this video, I just want to give a couple small updates. So, I am wanting to get back to making new episodes soon. One of the last updates I gave was that when I continue Trains Galore, I am probably going to switch to not just Wooden Railway in the episodes, but having other brands of merchandise shown, used in the videos, like Trackmaster, Take Along, Avengers, Ertl. But I'm having second thoughts on that because, for one thing, I don't have as many trains in those other brands. So like, for example, for Tomy and Trackmaster, I have like Donald, but I don't have Douglas. And Douglas can be pretty hard to find on eBay, like in good condition, with both Douglas and the tender, and for a good price. It can happen for like all kinds of things. This kind of thing can happen for all kinds of things. So like, yeah, so for like the brands like Tomy and Trackmaster and Take Along, Take and Play, since those ranges have been replaced with new quote-unquote modern brands, yeah, it's just hard to find these older items, especially for good prices. And I'm not sure I'm gonna like even try to keep collecting these brands, just because Wooden Railway has always been my favorite brand out of anything. And since, well, for one thing, in terms of filming space, I have my room here, which doesn't have a whole lot of room. So when I'm just using Wooden Railway, I'm like, what am I going to do with all my Trackmaster trains, my Take Along and Take and Play trains, all those. So yeah, it's kind of coming to the decision that it may just stick with Wooden Railway stuff for future episodes and probably just all my other videos. But anyways, there will probably be a few non-Wooden Railway items that I still use in my videos. So like characters that are in other brands that I can use on the Wooden Railway track. So like some examples can include like Push Along Sunny from Marvelous Machinery. There's Take Along Ned. There's Trackmaster Buster the Steamroller. They're just some examples I can list. Just characters that are in brands that can fit on the Wooden Railway tracks, even though they don't have magnets. It doesn't matter too much to me on that. So anyways, I'm probably just going to stick with Wooden Railway for the foreseeable future. And the other brands, well, they may be going out the door soon to like new owners or something. I haven't thought that far ahead yet. But anyways, I'm going to leave it at this, guys. Yeah, so new episodes will hopefully be coming soon. I've got like, I believe, 5 new episodes that I have ideas for. One of them will probably be a St. Patrick's Day episode. If it's not in time for St. Patrick's Day, it can still happen. It just doesn't have to be based around that holiday. But anyways, new episodes will hopefully come soon. I've just really focused more on a lot of other things, like non-Thomas videos that I work on. I've had lots of hours with my job. I do some other things that aren't related to filming. And I am wanting to try to make some new customs soon. Like another new item I bought off eBay was another Mighty Mac model, so that I can use the first one I've owned to make a custom of this canceled character from Season 6 called Little Giant. If you don't know who that is, you can go to the Thomas Wiki and look him up. Like I said, he was a canceled character in Season 6. He's basically a double ferry locomotive like Mighty Mac. And you can look the rest up yourself if you want. But anyways, that's gonna wrap up this update video, this video of new items and kind of some discussions too, because I talked about the all-board station, this set of buffers, the flexi curve tracks, the lift bridge kind of, the Navard covered bridge. So yeah. But anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. And I will hopefully see you soon with the next episode, or whatever video comes next.